Hello everybody, this is Yannick Goldensen in my studio, and today is the day of the big announcement. I've gotten so many requests over this year, and I finally decided to, make the step. Since we're caught somewhere between, Christmas and New Year, I thought this would be a perfect timing to surprise you with this. This is the announcement of the release of the GoldenEye 25 score. Now, as we said, we've moved on. GoldenEye 25 is dead, of course, since August this year. But I always had in the back of my head that I, at one point, would release the score. To be honest, I was still secretly hoping for something useful to happen, so I can still use it somehow. But I think the more time passes, the less I think that anything is going to happen, or if any project would come around, I could fit it in or whatever. And so I decided, and since so many people of you asked for it, that I would announce it now. So somewhere at the beginning of 2021, the score will appear. There are going to be some, slight changes to it. Nothing that should be too much of a concern, to you. It's not going to have any tie to James Bond or GoldenEye or whatsoever. Of course, it's going to have the Bond themes, the GoldenEye theme, etc. in it. But I'm going to, of course, license that and make everything appropriate so I can release it for you to download it. And everything has its order, but in terms of the name of the cover, the track names, they will not correspond to the ones they originally were in the game. So it's just going to be, I want to say, random names. The name of the album I will reveal at a later point, but just so there's no confusion, it will not be called GoldenEye, will not be called James Bond or whatsoever. It will just be, without sounding, derogatory towards it, but it's going to sound more like a little more generic, not so specific. And like I said, the track names are going to change. They're not going to be the same like in the game. I try to give them names that sort of indicate what they were meant for, so you still have an idea. But anyway, that's the big announcement. And so there's almost 5 hours of music for you to enjoy. It's, I think, 4 hours and 55 minutes of score. It's about 20 tracks. There are like 16, 17 standard tracks, including, music for the gun barrel. There's also, different tracks. And of course, I couldn't complete the whole score. There were like 2-3 levels missing. Streets, I know, for instance, Cradle. And I think those two I couldn't do. And there's also going to be some bonus stuff on it. So unused tracks that we didn't wind up using because I had other things and I came up with other things. So there's going to be a lot of extra stuff in there as well. And it's going to be arranged in suites, so each level is going to have its suite, changing different tones. You have your ambient tracks, and you have the alert tracks, the action tracks, etc. So those are going to be put into suites, and there's going to come out as one album. And yeah, I think at this point that's pretty much what you need to know. I'm really excited to be able to announce this. And on the other hand side, I have to say, I'm a little torn about this because, I firmly believe when you write music for a medium like film or games, etc., I think the first experience or the first encounter that you have with the music should be within the context of that medium that you wrote it for you to. For instance, when you play a level and then you create your memories in your head and you have the music along with that, it creates a totally different bond, pun intended, than when you just listen to the music isolated, and that's a major letdown. That's what I'm really, that's the part of it that I don't like, and I would have loved for you to get into the game and be able to create your situations, create your moments, and have the music ingrained in those moments, and then create memory. And when you go back and listen to the music separately, that stuff kicks back in your head. But of course, that's now not going to be possible. Which is a letdown. I would have loved to be it that way, but anyway, I just thought, what, fuck it. I'm just going to release it now because it's better than nothing. And on the other hand side, that would have been a major fuck up, if you will. It would just said, let's just throw 1 year worth of work in the bin, just out of the window. I have done it for nothing. You can enjoy it. So I think still, considering the circumstances, it's the best solution. So I hope you keep your eyes open, your ears peeled for the beginning of 2021. Like I said, there will be further announcements like the title of the album, the artwork, and so on. But it shouldn't be too long in 2021. There's still some things I have to resolve and some things I have to figure out. But that was just a general announcement that the GoldenEye 25 score with a different name will be released next year. So that's been my last video for 2020. Now let's leave this, let's say, challenging year behind us. Here's to a fantastic 2021. All of you, thank you very much for tuning in. Thank you for all your love all throughout the year. Take care, and yeah, here's to a better 2021. Bye-bye.